what time it is, man. Rockers Island Radio, Walshy Fire, Lady Terror, and of course, the King of Soca is in the building. We've been telling you guys about this big interview. The whole world is logging on the internet right now. Everybody has been waiting to hear your voice for the very, very, very first time. Of course, since Trinidad weekend, and of course, since your concert on Saturday, which you tore it down. Mud things. It was the maddest concert. If you weren't here in South Florida at Revolution Live, trust me, you miss history.
Miami is always crazy.
In the making.
Always.
The biggest question, why was this the first show you've done since 2009 Carnival, Soca Vibe, here, and why did you completely not perform in Trinidad at all?
Except for the Beyonce show.
Except for the Beyonce show, which was madness.
Yeah.
If you can, I don't know what you want to, because, sometimes people say, Welsh, don't ask the questions because we got reasons why we're not going to answer them fully. If you don't feel like answering them fully, it's all good. What you say, you're not holding back? No holding back.
Everything is acceptable.
100% right now. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Key West want to know why.
This is exclusive.
Why?
Because I haven't done interviews either, and I haven't done many interviews. And to me, when you see Machel Montano, it's the real deal. I remember Dougie first saying, Machel, I heard you the truth. That's work. I always like to bring the truth, and for me, it speaks volumes about what I'm about. Different times call for different measures and different things, and now I got a different goal. First of all, I've been making music since I was 9 years old. This year I released an album called Album 34 because it was my 34th album.
Can you remember all the names of your albums? Let's go.
Too Young to Soca, Didnt Carnival.
2.
I'm 34. It's music, it's my life, and my journey has always been sort of a revolutionist. I'm not a follower, I'm a leader. I'm a trendsetter. When I do something, it becomes standard for the rest of the pack and for the rest of the time. For 5 years, people follow doing that. You come on the stage, everybody saying, yeah. Machel Montano started that. And it's soca music. It was always my thing. When I started off with soca music, not even my friends, not even my peers like soca music.
Wow.
Up to this day, you will still see some people saying, Jamaican men saying, I don't like soca. Or, Yankees saying, I kind of like soca. But enough people walk up to me and say, Machel, because of what you have done, I've been able to appreciate soca. I remember when it didn't have young, sexy-looking girls coming to our shows. It was only old people and people in hats, and it was like calypso. And for me, that wasn't going down. I had to make the change. So I had to do what was necessary. I went to school in Jamaica for the first time in life. People didn't know that. So I had a lot of respect for dancehall music and reggae, and I was influenced by Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, Sparrow, Super Blue. So I tried to focus my life on what can I do to bring the music forward? What can I do to bring a younger generation to it? And I had to put in a lot of work. I had to change the sound. I had to blend it with dancehall. I had to do songs with people like Shaggy and Beanie Man. And when I was doing combinations with Beanie Man,
they would say, Machel,
people was like, what you doing? What you bringing reggae into soca for? And then now you see everybody
Jamaican
artists in Trinidad.
Movado, everything. Like a lungy.
I remember a time going to say, yo, Machel, don't come by me for no soca. Machel, nothing of that. And the next year he was and me and Killer are friends. But what I'm saying is everything takes time and you have to put in work. So my focus right now was to step back from being, one of the leaders in soca music, being in every single show, to kind of focus on working with new people, to find a new home for soca music, to really change the soca music as sound of the Caribbean, not just the music of Carnival and jump up and whining, but put in some work to make it cross. And I've been very fortunate to work with people who have focused on that and share that dream with me. People like Pitbull, Buddha in his camp, Mark Kinchin, producers like that. Casey was also somebody who was coming with a pop sound, a hip-hop understanding, and he was like, Machel, I still want to put some of my Trinidad home roots in there. And I went to Casey and I said, look, I respect your talent. You show me what I could do to change my sound and become more international. Everybody trying to say to me, Machel, you're the one who could take us to MTV. You're the one who could take us to BT, but it's not about taking us to MTV. I've been to sold out Madison Square Garden, sold out
twice,
Radio City Music Hall, sold out some of the biggest arenas in Canada and worldwide. But the thing that we don't have is we don't have a palatable soca sound that is consistently on the radios, on mainstream radio stations. So we have to work at that. We have to go into the studio, we have to work with people who have ideas and who are going to share knowledge, and we have to be open and try new things. Some people You know, they prefer to make money every day. I could have been steadily booked every night in Carnival, singing, making, you know, dollars. But for me, you have to step back sometimes and put in work and invest. So this was this time for me. It was a time to focus on new links, making new connections, new musical people, younger generation, and listening to what people think are their ideas for us to get our sound to go forward. And I invested in that. So that's why I was upset.
That's excellent, man. And to be very honest with you, a lot of people were saying a lot of things, and I was like, you know what, I can't wait to talk to Machel myself.
Yeah, I heard them all too.
Rehab.
I then I was in rehab.
Drugs.
Check this out. Machel don't even smoke. I don't smoke. I don't drink. You know, there was a time for that. You know, and I am a kind of person right now. Music is my only vice. You know what I mean? And I went through the stages of those kind of life. I just released an album this carnival. I am probably one of the only soca artists with an album on the shelf. Probably the only one, if you really check it out. With people like Busy Signal on there, you know, people like Serrani on there, you know, Pitbull on there. I've been working. So, you know, I don't know how anybody could release an album from rehab. I don't know how anybody could do that. So some people think of these things and they say, you know, another thing that people said that, you know, I wasn't coming in Carnival because B-Mobile paid me millions of dollars to just perform at Beyonce. Why would they do that when I'm their #1 endorsee? You know, and why would they counteract themselves and their popularity by doing that?
I'll tell you what, I got a question about that. We're going to go into some more music right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a Machel Montano, and of course I want you to pick, you're the selector for that show, Any Machel Montano you want here, I'm going to find it right now and play it. So tell me what song we're going to go into.
You gotta be up to the time and up to the second and
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Machel Montano, Pitbull, all right.
All right.
Brand new, son.
Buddha, big up.
All right.